Keep the other bad men from the door.
So, I just wanted to get the gang together early in my tenure to say, yup.
I'm back. Episode 5. I didn't know how I'd truly feel, and then I saw Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson, and I was like, I'd like them back, please. This is just gonna be a long episode for me. However, I thought this was gonna go. One, we may have learned something about Cody. I don't like a refresh cast. I don't like anthology series. Maybe I'll be wrong later, but I'm not a huge fan of it because it's basically starting a new show every fucking season. And I'm like, I don't know how I fully feel about that. But we'll see. I thought Leftover season 1, episode 1 was fucking confusing. They said checkmate. That's what we do in this next one. And then Succession still being Succession. So I have no issue. Besides not being like all-time TV. So like it's a rough 9 episodes for me overall this week. But we'll find out really shortly. The defender of True Detective, which we'll see. Mark, what's up, buddy?
That title will be tough after a night. Yeah, it's around the time things are just picking up for me, just in general, and I only get so much free time, and I spend about 9 hours a week watching Sad Sack detective show, Sad Sack dystopian show, and then Sad Sack business show. I mean, a lesser man would have ended it all at this point, but I am here just to be here for the viewers.
Thank goodness I cut a roundtable, right?
It's really saying something when Succession is like the fun, feel-good show out of these.
I don't even know how that's going at this point. Melodrama is shit for all of us right now. But yeah, well, we're almost there. I don't know why I was just about to ask a leftover question. I just was like,
all in good time.
Matt, how are you? How was your experience?
I'm doing good. Yeah, I'm doing good. I mean, I'm kind of rewatching Leftovers from Cody's point of view. I'm trying to put myself in Cody's mind as he's watching these episodes for the first time. And I was like, oh wow. I'm sorry, Cody, but yeah. And then True Detectives, like I watched this second season. I don't remember just about any of this stuff. So it's going to be fun revisiting it to see how my opinion changes on it. And of course, Succession is Succession. So, Cody, it sounds like you had a fun time, but how are you doing outside of these shows? Everything going good?
Yeah, I'll just share it with everybody. I clicked on episode 1 of Leftovers. How I start every week. I watch 3 episodes of The Leftovers. I watch 3 episodes of True Detective, and I leave 3 episodes of Succession last. I've almost thought about just alternating the shit at this point, where I just do 1 True Leftover, 1 True Detective, 1 Leftover, 1 True Detective, and then just saving Succession for the end, because let me tell you, the quality, it's not even in question. I don't even think anything can come close. Now, the season 1 of True Detective was really close. But I clicked on episode 1 of The Leftovers, and I sent the Doc River meme of, what? What? No. We had flashback. We went through this. I know what happened. What the fuck are we doing here? So, yeah, it was a wild ride. I've almost, like, Mark's busy, but, like, I was almost tempted at one point to be like, Mark, what are you doing tonight? Like, are you possibly able to watch these 2 episodes of Leftovers with me, just so like as a companion partner to get through it together. Because I was struggling. I was struggling. Thank God I don't have to take notes on any of this shit. If I had to break down one of these episodes, you remember that one episode of The Sopranos that my brain just collapsed on itself? It would have done that. I would have been staring at everybody, being like, anybody, anything else we missed? So I can't wait to break down. We'll just get started. Matt, you got that little blurb?
Yeah. So we're gonna start with Leftovers season 2, episode 1, Excess Mundi. A town that seems to have no disappearances becomes a new lords and attracts lots of tourists, but all may not be as rosy it appears to be. So, new town, some new mysteries. Oh, I mean, I will say that I like the balls of this show. To like, it ends the first season, then a year later it comes back. It gives you 10 minutes of like cavemen bullshit, and then it introduces you to a whole new cast of characters for like the next half of the episode before it even like brings in any of the characters you knew. That takes some guts.
With like no context too. Like no context of like Garvey coming in.
That's called the Leftovers fucking MO. Fuck you. What context do you need? There's no cliff notes for you. You're sinking on the Titanic with us. Just play your chill and shut up. 1. This may be a rant episode for me. 1. What the fuck is that intro?
Well, you don't like it?
That is the worst theme song of TV history for me.
I like the new intro.
Oh my god! I
kind of like it too.
I fucking knew it. I said I'm gonna say this, and everybody. I said in a normal scenario, in a normal group, I'd get head nods, but not these two fuckers.
We'll get to the next show. We'll talk about the intro I don't like.
These 2 people will literally go. Not bad. Not bad.
Did you see how like the people are like staticky because they disappeared and stuff? It was cool.
Yeah, and you have that song that I could have swore they made up for the show, but it's like 30 years old. I'm like, this is a perfect song.
Yeah. I mean, the first season intro was all like dark and moody and stuff. This one's all like fun and was it leave the mysteries be? I mean, yeah. So it's perfect for the show.
Fucking cool. I'm just done. And then we get into a caveman. So that intro happens. I think I clicked on the wrong show. I was like,
a lot of people did when the show came on.
Wait, what? And then I clicked on it, and then cave people showed up. I was like, I'm 100% clicked on the wrong show. What is this? What fucking useless garbage? You're telling me this was based on a book, correct?
The first season. I don't know how much of like the second and third season.
You know what? That makes perfect fucking sense.
I'm pretty sure none of it is.
Yeah.
Everything after season 1, there's
you know what?
From the book.
The funny thing is, I knew the answer to that. I didn't look it up, but I knew the answer to that. Because you know why? Because what did I say after the first season? That's how I would assume the series would close.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's what it should. You just fucking just rolled the dice and made whatever the fuck we wanted after this. There needs to be drug tests on the creators for the show. They are high as fucking balls. I'm so confused with what they're doing.
See, I rolled the dice so bad that in like 3 episodes, Cody's gonna be like, "Yo, this second season of Leftovers it's pretty good." So we'll see, but
I don't know if that's possible.
You got 7 episodes to change your mind. Like, we're not off to a great start. Doesn't sound like it.
Oh my god, we have literally potholes. Like my car is in a sinkhole right now. I don't think I'm going to get able to. I almost text Mark after this episode and be like, "Hey, we need to watch this together." And then all.
But like these new characters, like what about these new characters? This
Yeah,
new
you
kind of
get
like the anti
there's a whole new
Garveys.
family, you know.
What, Cave Woman 1? Oh, are we
No,
talking
yeah.
about like the real ones? Oh, nice.
Mhm.
I mean, the caveman that kind of introduced us to this new city or this new town. This kind of, I guess, the cave, because it was like at the water place was the same place, and just in the
Yeah,
future.
I'm interested to see what what I will say, and I don't think this is one. If you're watching this is a spoiler already. There's a connective tissue to all 3 of these episodes, basically,
Mhm.
that all lead back to this body of water, basically, right?
At
Maybe the
least the
first
first
2
two episodes. Yeah,
episodes.
the first two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like there's this, and you see like him like laying there dying because he got bit by a snake, the cave person thing, and then his hand's just like hanging on and just gives up the baby. And then we go to like present day where the girl is swimming there, right? And that's
Yep.
the daughter of
John.
fuck this new characters. I'm fucked with names.
I didn't
There's
write
not.
down their last names, but yeah, John.
I think it
And
took me episode 6 to know Marty and Cole. Like I was able there. We are fucked. We are fucked with them guys. Like,
yeah, there's a few new characters, but yeah, I mean, like I said, we get introduced to this whole new family, and I thought maybe this time was more interesting because I kind of know a little bit about them. So I know the first time I was kind of like in the same boat as Cody. It's like, what is going on? Because it doesn't really. They're in this new town, and there's weird stuff going on all over the town, and they don't really explain like any of it really in this episode. You just get there, they're busting in tourists and stuff like that, and there's a whole
oh,
bunch of weird stuff. But
what was the? Do we know the significance of why the girl's collecting the water?
I think it's just for her brother because I think he just like sells it. I mean,
yeah, he's like using it to like attract tourists to come to their
Yeah.
church or something like that.
I think he was
Could be
like
the
doing some
church.
experiments with it. Like they were kind of vague, super vague on like.
I mean, there
exactly
is a
what's going
sign:
on.
"Do not take the water," and there's another guy there in the water too, taking the water to, I guess, test it or something like that. As an
Yeah, because she
animal.
says like I peed in it or whatever. Like, would it mess it up if I peed or something? I'm like, what
And
the
then he
fuck?
just starts taking more and more water. It was kind of creepy, but yeah.
But so like this family has no like we don't know shit about them, but we're dropped into their lives where it ends up getting to a point where what again, this is like I really feel like I'm in a fever dream watching this. Because there's a scene where like the guy is beating up another guy inside a house.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he goes to see the guy who's been like telling fortunes for the tourists and stuff, and he doesn't really take too kindly to that. We see that he's not really into the whole.
He's not in for the like he doesn't like grifters in his
Yeah,
town. Like
yeah.
But then he ends up beating them up and
He
setting
beats him up and they
fire
burn
to
his
the
house
house,
down. Yeah, I guess he's
and
probably
then
warned him before.
gets in to be he's a fireman.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
fireman. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's also a way to drum up business for the fire department too. So it's kind of hand in hand.
I don't know if that was like, I don't know if that was like his full justification.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. What, I don't know if they get paid by the fire, but like, he's getting more people. But like the guy refuses to like change or agree with it, and basically goes down with the.
I think I feel like like I mean they didn't give us much to go on, but I kind of got
Right.
the feeling that like the fire like this like fireman group kind of like is serving as like this kind of like judge jury like executioner like for the town kind of assessing like who's kind of harmful to the community who's not because they have like that code system like whenever they get to the firehouse like
Yeah.
2 or 3 and like he says a 5 which is why they end up going to burn his house down which I'm assuming is like their like kind of their code for like a like they use that same code for like fires and they
Yeah.
just kind of assess how much of a threat he is to the town which is why they reacted still mainly on the guy because seemed like they let him make the decision on burning the guy's house down.
Yeah, they're kind of the protectors, I guess you could say.
Daughter, I'm guessing college age. I'm hoping that was a shock system when they're just running naked through the woods.
I don't think so.
Or a college kid. I'm just like, what are we doing here, guys? Leftovers fucking crazy. They scare the shit out of me. Like, they're that uncle at Thanksgiving that says the crazy joke, and you're worried about everybody else, the grandma from hearing.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I mean, we would find out the this town in Texas. So we're in Texas. Jordan's been given the nickname Miracle, I think it is. And we start getting a little bit of information on the town, a little bit. We find out that no one in the town disappeared during the occurrence a few years ago. So that's kind of why everyone's become like obsessed with the town and want to get into the town and all that stuff. And then
and the guy that got burned up meets his wife in the guy that beat the shit out of him, right? His wife.
Yeah, at the hospital. She's like a nurse or doctor at the hospital. Yeah. So she took care of him, and she kind of like, yeah, you kind of had it coming. So
yeah, she also does like this weird. What's the thing with the birds? I think the bird she's doing.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's not going to help us with Cody if she's just digging up a box and like a bird comes springing out of it. I'm sure that's going to make some questions.
I mean, she just like feel like she has to save a bird like every morning or something. Is that just extra motivation for the run, or like,
yeah, like Kevin goes and gets the cigarette at the end of his run. At the end of her run, she gets to like unbury a bird, and
which seems weird. I feel like you can just maybe wake up earlier if you just wanted to save the bird, or just not do it.
I mean, you can kind of tell we're in for a weird town when someone just hauls a goat into a diner and sacrifices it, and everyone's just eating their breakfast like nothing's happened. So it's clearly not the first time he's done this.
I love that. I completely. I remembered most of this episode except for two things. I forgot about the beginning. That went way over. I was like, wow, I forgot this even happened. Came flooding back whenever I saw it, and I forgot about the goat. Like, oh yeah, that's right. They kill the goat and get this right.
Yes. The things that I know about you two, and I would not suggest from either one of you, I don't feel like you guys even fucking think of me at all on any of your suggestions. I think you just choose for pain.
I mean, I feel like we have like picked certain shows where we would never even suggest out of caring of you, Cody. And I think these shows we thought that maybe there's a chance. Like we didn't throw Twin Peaks at you or something like that.
You know what? That's very true.
And then I'm sure probably it's like the 30-40 minute mark, Kevin and Nora and Jill show up. So Cody's probably like, thank God.
I thought we just got a new family. I was like, there's no fucking way.
Yeah, but also, like, what are they doing here, though? Like, they were in New York. And now they're in Texas.
Well, they're moving.
I was like, I don't believe this shit at all.
But also before that, like, Matt's also there. Like, what is Matt doing here? How does he know this guy?
And Matt's kind of acting a little weird because he's like saying that the town has like helped his wife before he gets cut off and can't explain.
Yeah,
so I'm sure we'll see some more of that later.
Yeah, he was like, "Hey, like I feel like you're ramping up to some crazy shit. So let's just."
And like, it's almost John's got some crazy eyes looking at you, so maybe you should be quiet now. I don't want to come beat you up in the middle of the night.
I mean, John wants to hear it. He's like, "Oh, like, what were you about to say? Like, what was the thing?" You're kind of revving up there. That.
Oh goodness!
Is it next episode where Nora and Kevin all break down like their past?
That's the next episode.
Okay.
Yeah. This episode, they pretty much moving in, and the John comes
It's
over
the
to
pie
invite them to his birthday party. And they get there, it's like, are we early? No, it's just us.
Oh, right. No, okay, because this is the episode that they're already technically moved in, but next episode we kind of see how they get to Texas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well,
then it goes back to them.
Entryway into Texas. We do not see any travel. We just there.
Because Also, I think in this episode, John tells a really funny joke about how he went to prison for attempted murder.
And Kevin asks, "What happened?" And John replies, "I didn't try hard enough."
And then you hear "Happy Birthday," like maybe like the greatest like line drop I think I've ever heard. I never laughed harder in my life.
Oh
Like,
yes.
wild. Because, like, yeah, there's just connective tissues through this entire few episodes. But yeah, I guess the blimp or whatever also took out, like, Pennsylvania, Kentucky, Tennessee, Georgia, all these things to Texas. New Yorkers must be right on top of Texas to make sense why these two fucking families merged at all. Like, it makes no sense.
So, are you wishing that they had like a traveling episode where they're driving from New York to Texas? Is that what you're missing out on?
All right, fuckface. All right. I
I
had one.
can say they did not teleport to Texas. They did drive.
Matt's on one tonight. Matt just, I didn't know we invited Don fucking Rickles on the show tonight. No, I'm fucking fully aware there's no transporting, and no, unlike Mad Men, I didn't need a startup of the business. I didn't need to see travel.
Hey, I was with you. I wanted to see the start of the business, but that's another show, another time.
What else happens? They just move in. They automatically get invited over to this barbecue to celebrate his birthday.
I can tell you, I've lived here for like a year and a half. I barely talk to my neighbors one bit. I am not going over to someone's birthday party.
There's a, hey, how's it going? And I'm walking
Yeah.
inside. Yeah, good. Going good. Grass is growing. Fuck off. Like, no, not a chance.
Well, like, but John's got to know like what type of guy this is, and also like what is he looking at like over like in his room? It's like Kevin just gives like the worst excuse ever. Oh, I was looking at your couch. You got a nice couch.
After he did the old, oh, I fell and bumped my head.
This fucking movie, this fucking TV show is crazy.
But so they have that nice little birthday party, and then we kind of cut to the end of the night. The girls are off, and they just don't come home afterwards. So everyone's going looking for them. They found out that they went to the watering hole over there, and they get there, and the girls aren't there, and neither's the water.
Yeah,
Bone dry.
There's like a bit of an earthquake, like it woke everybody up.
Yeah, this show gave me a new fear about lakes just having earthquakes and sucking all the water down. But
yeah, I did also love how he's just like, get in the doorway, like, and then he's just like, I'm gonna run up, I'm gonna just go, and like the earthquake just stops like as soon as he goes. Like, then I thought, oh, does he have magical powers? Can he stop an earthquake? But no, but yeah,
So
but yeah, no water.
And at this point, Cody was just itching to get to that next episode.
Nope, almost called a lifeline.
I will say, like, I do like kind of like just this new family. I just kind of like that we kind of got like this anti-Garvey family, like where we have Kevin and like all his crew, like who like they virtually just broke apart after the departure, and then we have a family like who's sticking together, although like there definitely does seem to be a bit of cracks there. And we got John, like who's definitely has a bit more of like an authoritarian approach to kind of how like he keeps like the town and the family together. Like I think a nice juxtaposition to kind of what we got from the previous season.
I agree. As much as I can agree. Yeah, so the next episode.
All right, so that brings us episode 2, A Matter of Geography. Kevin, Nora, and Jill try to pick up the pieces in the aftermath of the Mapletown riots. Nora makes an impulsive choice, and Kevin becomes entangled in the Murphy family's problems. The Murphys, that's their last name.
Yeah, so I think the best part of this episode is them being honest with each other at the start.
Kevin just comes out like, I've been sleepwalking. Oh, and I kind of kidnapped Patty and she killed herself and I buried her.
And when he just says that,
Brother,
they
help me
both
out.
like blank stare, and she goes, "I hire prostitutes to shoot me." I'm just like,
I am upset though that Jill did not use this perfect opportunity to say, "Oh, and I broke into your house to see that you had a gun." This is her get out of jail free card right there.
I do love the thing where she's like, "Am I supposed to say something fucked up now?" Like, but yeah, that's the
Or
first
I
time that they're
sold
kind of.
baby Jesus from the nativity scene. She could have got a couple right
She
there.
could have done things, yeah.
I mean, it felt like small potatoes compared to everything else. So, like, I feel like my shit doesn't really matter like, compared to you guys.
She did teenage stuff. Nora literally hired prostitutes to take a fucking 36 Magnum and just shoot her in the chest.
Is what she
365.
does illegal if she doesn't pay them to have sex with her, just to shoot her with the bulletproof vest?
I think discharging a firearm in a
Product
residential
testing.
thing, I think there's probably something to go with that.
Okay. That's
I would
probably
say
illegal. Okay.
illegal use of a firearm. I think is a you can't get fired in your chest. And yeah, so they're thing, and then they're moving to Texas. Right?
Before they
They're-
move, though, we have the baby situation that we got to get through. They have to go through the adoption process where they have to answer some vigorous questions, and then once they answer all the questions, the guy's like, "Do you want another baby?" He's like, "No, we want this baby." No, an additional baby.
but the baby's white.
You. How many can I sell you? But yeah, moving to Texas. And it's a crazy scene, right? Because like everybody's trying to get to this fucking town.
Oh yeah, they got like tents all over the outside of the perimeter of the town. People are just like camped out, just wanting to get close to this miracle
And they've
town.
rented a place down there, and then finds out bitch is burned to the ground, and then they can't rent there, so they have nothing else available, so they have to kind of wait. Fucking crazy. This is the question I have. Nora does not have $3 million sitting in the bank account, does she?
She got the MIT bought her house for $2.7 million. They have that scene where they want to study her house because they have the three people disappear.
She got paid for the like initial for the departure thing.
And she also got paid like 3 times the departure money, which I'm sure.
You know what? That's very fair. Because I'm sitting there, I'm like, this is a plot hole that I don't fucking like. Whereas she fucking
easily, I don't think she has a ton of cash left
2.5 though.
She doesn't have a lot now anymore.
No. She blew it all in the house.
She goes down to this auction and she spends $3 million on the house. And I love Kevin was like, I thought we just tested it out in 6 months. We are testing it out. $3 million is not testing it out, Nora.
It's my money.
And do they get a piece of shit?
But it's in the miracle town, so it's all about the location.
Place fucking sucks. But yeah, like that's one of the main cruxes of this thing. Shocker. I like the episode more when Nora and Kevin are in the episode that I know who the fuck they are. So it did help with that case. I also just love how Nora interacts with back to the getting the baby, of how just direct she is. Well, do you guys plan to stay? We have planned to stay together. Okay, sure you did. Anything could be possible. Yeah, so they just adopt it. But yeah, I think Nora's one of those. I like Nora as a character a lot.
Yeah.
It's the one character I really do enjoy.
Yeah, she's great.
She also knows her brother is still acting a bit cagey when she says, "Hey, you can come live with us for a little bit." He's like, "Oh no, I'll stay in this storage shed."
But I just got this $3 million house now, so.
But moving into this place doesn't help Kevin's fucking visions. They're amplifying. They're getting more and more.
Oh, we
right?
did also kind of bypass the whole. Back when they were in Mapletown, New York, his guilt was trying to get into him a little bit, I guess. And he ends up going back and digging up Patty.
Yeah, we forgot about it because I guess he thought that would fix it. Just dig up Patty.
I thought that was after the fact.
No. That was before they moved, yeah. And then he gets
That would
himself
make more
pulled
sense.
over, and then he tells the cop, "Oh yeah, I got a body in the back of my truck."
Immediately. I mean, like before license and register, I got a body in the back of my truck.
Is that real or is that just a vision?
That's real.
No, that was real. That's
Yeah,
that
he digs her
absolutely
up. He
happened.
gets hauled in. The Fed lady comes in and talks to him. Is like, yeah, no one gives a fuck.
Yeah.
I thought that I need a better understanding what is dream and what is not.
If you see him wake up, it was probably a dream, but
No,
Yeah.
that's not even true. He doesn't always wake up to the things. I guess my indication is when Patty's around, it's a dream.
yeah,
Well, Patty was
if you-
around, but she was just
If you
deceased and
see
dead
Patty
body.
talking to him, then yeah, that's it. That's in his head.
Yeah, but when I saw that, I was just like, "There's no fucking way that you're about to move," and then you just like, "Yeah, he's in the back." You just see the feet. And I'm like, "Okay, this is a dream." Because how the fuck else are they getting to Texas?
Yeah, as we've seen, the feds don't really care about the guilty remnant too much.
No, not at all.
It's
I
almost
mean-
like he took down one of the heads of a terrorist cell or something. So she almost gave him an award walking out the door.
Oh, well, she also read the full story. Oh, so like these guys like did a thing where they put like the dolls of everybody around the town, and like they fucked everything up for you. Yeah, like it doesn't matter. Like, you know, we're good.
And I love when he leaves the police station. I don't know if this is the first time he's seeing her or just like the first time. And Patty's like, "What the fuck was that?"
I think it's the first time we see her.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like he just keeps looking off in the distance, like, and everybody like thinks he's nuts.
Oh, newsflash, he fucking is. But yeah, he's
Oh,
battling
God.
Patty the entire time.
Yeah.
And then his dad comes into the equation. Like, that's just when I'm just like, I don't.
Yeah, his dad gets out of the mental hospital. They release him, and he says he's going off to Australia. So peace out.
Yeah, he's got things
Easy
to-
right off on that one. How do we get him fucking done? This.
Oh gosh. We get to see we get to see kind of like another side of like some of the events that happened at the end of the last episode with like the meeting of the two families and stuff.
Yeah, the pie and everything. Like they
Yeah.
triggering each other.
And Kevin and Nora kind of have like a little spat. They kind of make up, and Jill at this point is like full on Team Nora. So she tells Dad, don't mess this up. You got to go and take care of that. So they get back kind of on the same page again by the end of the episode. And then of course we see the water disappearance incident from another perspective, where Kevin wakes up at the bottom of where the water was, and he's got a cinder block tied to his leg. So
I do love before that happens. Patty beats the fuck out of it, like smashes his head onto the stove, and is like,
you can't ignore me.
"You're gonna need to start talking to me." Like, bitch, what? Like, okay, but yeah, tied to a cinder block, like under the thing, like that's just like crazy. That's the one thing I did like was when those two moments like merged together, like as one.
Yeah, you
like,
got John like right above yelling for the girls, and then
and
he's
he's
there.
behind the fucking rock, like, and still no understanding where his daughter is, like Sheldon, and what how Kevin got there.
Oh yeah,
Shocker.
That's a cliffhanger that makes you like, oh, I got to start the next episode, and then the next episode does not.
Is not
yeah.
exactly connected.
This is literally fuck this show. Like, goddamn, this show is blue balls, like every time. Like, just like get you right to the brim and just like, oh, we'll see you in 2 weeks. We're not touching this right now. Catch you up at the bar all night, hangs out with you, enjoys, like, oh yeah, you want to come back to my place? Yeah, gets to the threshold. I think I'm just gonna go home. You know what? Gonna do what now? Fucking great. Awesome. I'm gonna kill myself. If that helps you. So yeah, fuck that show. Fuck this show. So
Does anybody else have anything on that episode?
Now you mentioned his dad going to Australia, which doesn't mean anything now, but will mean something later.
Yeah, Australia. And I don't know. I think it was in this episode, maybe the episode before, that they had mentioned Perfect Strangers in the first season.
Oh yeah, the Perfect Strangers thing. That's right.
Where all the whole cast of Perfect Strangers disappeared on the Rapture Day, but now we see a quick little news splash where one of the stars of Perfect Strangers has been discovered hiding out down in Mexico or something, and we'll talk about him again later on in the show. So
that was honestly that was kind of neat because there were several instances throughout these first like 2 or 3 episodes of like oh yeah, this actually comes back.
And he pops up in Succession later on tonight too, so we'll go see him again. But yeah,
that is true.
I think that covers it for that episode. So that'll get us to episode 3. Off ramp.
Oh, sorry. Gotcha. Sorry. Spaced out.
Lori and Tom's work to rescue lost souls takes a toll on them. Lori tries to spread the word about the dangers of the guilty remnant, and Tom's infiltration of the cults uncovers new problems. Oh.
Fuck this show. You spent a whole fucking 10 episodes making me hate this bitch. Then episode 9 comes, you're like, oh, I kind of get it. Like, that makes sense. Then episode 10 happens, fuck this bitch. And now she's the savior for the fucking guilty remnant? Since fucking when?
Well,
When did we get this? When did we get this turn of events? Because she saw her daughter and that just broke her?
She spoke. It broke her from her spell she was under.
Oh my god, man. You should work for the fucking United Nations, because my god.
I mean, I'm not going to defend this too much.
What are we doing?
I would much rather get back to the other storyline, but this is one.
This is literally the other storyline with the Asian baby and that whole shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
there's a little bit of that in here. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like we needed a side story this season. This will be our side story. So she's where's she at now? Where are they at? Same place?
They're still in New York. Yeah, I think they're still up in New York.
And now they're speaking against the guilty remnant and trying to save all these people. And she's writing a book and she's doing all this shit. And she's got her son attached with her and they're working together because she brought her son into the guilty remnant.
Well, her son found her at the end of the first season, and they were both working together to try to save people and rescue people from the guilty remnant. So she's putting him in like undercover to go and find people that look like they might be willing or ready to leave and get out of there, and they kind of help and assist in that. And they're doing like these little the guilty remnant anonymous meetings or whatever to kind of talk people and help them through getting back out of the process and everything. So they get this whole thing going on. It's a thing. But yeah, like I said, she's writing a book about her time in the guilty remnants.
When she gets to her creators, like the guy wants to like help her like publish a book, and she's like, "Well, to get some answers." Well, what answers? Like, why do you smoke so much? I don't know. They just gave us back. Well, thanks for asking questions we've been asking since season fucking 1. Well, why are you silent? Like, what does this mean? Well, like,
I mean, like, what does she even write about in this book if she's not like talking about any of this stuff? It's like, I followed this person all day. And
it's just a bunch of dots across the page because she doesn't speak. She doesn't have any fucking clue.
I mean,
and she's trying to get money, right? Like she's
trying to sell the book so they can publish it and try to help people break down the guilty remnant. Yeah.
Whatever. Can we talk about the fucked up trailer scene? The fucked up.
Well, eventually, Tommy gets discovered. I guess the guilty remnant do kind of talk, and I guess they kind of. It's almost like they set up a sting for him because he goes to talk to one of the ladies to try to get her out, and she just starts blowing her whistle, And
I
next
mean,
thing you know,
they have like 20 people like in their group. Like eventually they're gonna catch on. Like I don't know. Like,
eventually. I mean, it's not like they're going all across the country doing it. They're probably staying like within a state.
And
But
he gets put in a car. Like he gets
he's in the back of a truck.
kidnapped,
Yeah.
mhm.
and
Hey,
fucking Liv Tyler
hey, she came back.
goes up, takes off this boy's pants, and just humps him.
Yeah.
Pulls him outside of it, dumps gasoline on him, and then tells him, "Hey, tell Lori, like, what's her name? Jen."
Meg. Yeah, tell your mom
Meg
Meg says
says,
hello.
"Meg says hello." Huh?
They
Meg
left
was
him
barely
way to cooling
speaking at the
out there.
end of season 1. Now she's the full like cult leader.
Well, I mean, there have been several openings.
I mean,
I mean,
fair.
I feel like I'm assuming like whatever they did, probably made waves among the community. So she probably like at least got some clout in there.
Yeah, and she's riding high on that. She was kind of one of the extreme ones from that group in like the last episode of the first season, anyway. So she was all gung ho. So now she's off doing stuff, and yeah. So she kind of raped him a little bit, and we'll
Uh,
see if that comes back. I don't know.
I will say this. Still probably like the second weirdest sex thing of like the shows we had to watch this week.
Oh, 1,000. I'm still uncomfortable.
Yeah, we're definitely going to talk about that. That's for sure. And then, like Cody was saying, Lori's book deal doesn't really go through. And the one thing I did really like about this episode is we get to see kind of the struggle of someone actually leaving the guilty remnant, because they do get this woman out and get her back to her family. And then by the end of the episode, we see there's signs that maybe it's not sinking in for her. And she's got a note that one of the guilty remnant people gave her that says, was it any day now?
Any day now, yeah.
Yeah, so the seed has been planted for her.
Well, I mean, that's still the thing with like all these people. It's that they are broken people.
Yeah.
Like they're not like people that are in good, a good psychological state. Like they're in this group because they believe nothing matters. So which is on some sense like maybe is kind of has what like they're doing a bit irresponsible, just because like they don't really they like as a Tommy would bring up later, like we other than getting them out, like we have nothing to offer them.
Exactly.
Like they're just kind of there with their thoughts anyway, which honestly I think is what makes this episode like kind of neat, especially like when you were showing it with Tommy and Lori, like the poster child of like people that have gotten away, like at least from their cults, and now they have this kind of now what type of mentality.
And that leads us to like the great scene where like Tommy's going to give them something to believe in, and he's pretty much going to do a Holy Wayne impersonation, and he kind of tells them that story and is like, hey, I have the power too, so come hug me.
Not the direction I thought they would go. Like I was like, how are they going to fix this? Like, oh shit, they're like, what if we just start our own cult?
I promise I won't go after the Asian women, but we'll cut that part out.
You're like where like he questions his mom on like who the fuck Meg is and like all that battle. Like that was a really good point. I was like, who's Meg? One of the people I met. Well, would you read and tell like what's going on? Like didn't tell about having sex, but all that stuff. So, like interesting dynamic of this. I'm with Mark. I don't love this part, but honestly, of last season's side story and this one makes way more sense.
Yeah.
Like getting people out of this fucking psycho cult and the cult not being happy about it. Yeah, I can get on board with that. Where did I want it right after we see Kevin with a cinder block around his leg? No, not at all.
We'll get back
Sounds like
to
a perfect episode 9 for the season. Like, didn't need this right now. So that was my take.
I do think it is that's what I think makes the show like really interesting is that The Leftovers has no problem just kind of, having a straightforward plot and then just kind of going away like from our story. Just like, oh, like we haven't been with these characters yet. Let's go visit with these characters for an episode. Like we're 3 episodes in and we spent each of these 3 episodes with different characters and honestly, like if it just established like a starting point for like where the season's gonna go, like that's it really.
Mhm. And usually they do it like they really want to like introduce a character and kind of make you like understand them a little bit because they did that with Matt and they did it with Nora when she got her episode. So it makes sense to do it with these 2 characters because I mean Lori, we kind of saw her action stuff, but we didn't really get to be inside her head or hear her thought process or anything the first season. And Tommy was just stuck off on that horrible side quest for the first season. So it's good to actually get him. This is probably the best he's been in the show so far. So I thought it was a good, maybe not the best time to do it, but I'm glad that we got to at least spend this time with them. So I think it'll benefit going forward.
Sure. You guys, any more from this episode?
No, I think I'm good for Leftovers this week.
No, I think all the pertinent stuff. I mean, we got to.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Now it is on for.
I'm going to jump over to True Detective Season 2, The Western Book of the Dead. Like I was telling Cody, this is going to be the longest intro here because it's got like 1 billion characters. Detective Ray works for the city of Vinci, California, and he's been on a downward spiral for years. He's divorced, drinks too much, and has a violent temper. He's also in the pocket of local gangster Frank. Ray's latest case is to locate a city manager who hasn't been seen for several days. Sheriff's Deputy Annie is good at her job, but estranged from her sister. And California Highway Patrolman Paul learns that he's been put on administrative leave after a young woman falsely claims he solicited sex to let her go free. These 3 police officers come together late one night when a man is found sitting in a park bench dead. Bum, bum, bum.
All right, episode 2.
Yeah, so this show is it had to do a lot in this first episode.
Listen. Okay. I've heard the show takes a drop in season 2. I think that's obvious. I'm hopeful that the next, how many episodes we got?
I think it's 8 total.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
we got 2 more weeks.
The next 5 have to do some heavy lifting because I didn't know how far that bar was going to drop. Here's my problems. I think the battle of picking who it was, McConaughey and Woody Harrelson, you shot pretty big, pretty high. I think you matched it. Maybe not matched it. You got close with Rachel McAdams and Colin Farrell. I think that's insane. But they also both don't like. I think Colin Farrell's one. I don't ever think of Rachel McAdams as like charisma 101. Like, give her just the spiel and let her talk like a McConaughey, and I can be fully involved. The problem I have with this, and it's a growing trend that happens over these 3 episodes, I think Vince Vaughn is arguably horrible in this. Now, I have watched this man beat people's heads in since in Cell Block. Matt helped me understand this was before this. This is before he did Cell Block. So So he was just now learning this range. I just don't see him as a gangster by any stretch of the imagination. Beside by appearance alone. And we don't even get good Vince Vaughn. We don't get fast talking Vaughn. We actually get slow, methodical Vaughn, which I don't know if I've ever liked. So that's where we're at this thing. I also feel like it's very hard because this is another one that's going to be procedural, just basically we're starting with a crime and we're going to probably solve the crime by the end, and there's a fucked up cop that's going to make you question everything. Is that the best we can do for our season 2?
See, I agree. I think that as far as the acting caliber, they have the actors there. I think Colin Farrell, Rachel McAdams, Vince Vaughn, and TV actor guy. I think they're all really good actors. I just don't think that the characters that they're given, they're just like tropey characters. They're not one dimensional because they try to get each of them like a little thing. But I mean, it's just none of them like have like the back and forth of like Rust and Marty or any of that. None of them have like any of the charisma or the personality really, and they're all pretty much playing broken sad sacks anyway. So that doesn't really help that too much. I think out of all of them, I think Colin Farrell is the one who kind of does the best with what he's given, because like he's like the only one that in this first season, this first episode here, like the stuff with him and his son, I like that. The scene where he goes and beats up the father of the kid who was bullying him in front of the kid. I think that's probably the best scene in this whole episode. That's at least my favorite.
By far, it is. Like,
but yeah, and the story. I mean, the first season, the mystery. It's not like a straightforward mystery, but you kind of get somebody killed somebody and stuff. But this one, it's just there's so much. I want you to watch this person do this. Keep an eye on this person, or Vince Vaughn telling Colin Farrell, "No, I need you to get me this information before you get to this information." So you get so many people going back and forth, different. It's so hard to follow anything.
I will say This is. I believe it's my third watch. This isn't my third watch of this season. Like I don't like I mean like I mean whenever I rewatched it years back, it was mainly because like I did not remember a single thing about season 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I rewatched them, like, oh, this is why I didn't like this season. It all came flooded back. Like I will say like there is a little thing I want to drop at least about like the characters, at least like kind of whenever we get deeper in here, but at least like on the acting side, I feel like the right people are here. They got all the right guys. I'm just not sure if everybody fits. Like Colin Farrell, I think is the one who I think he fits, and I think the character's good, mainly because they give him the most stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He has the most stuff, and I think just his stuff like is the most interesting. I think Rachel McAdams' character, I don't know, she feels very by the numbers, and I don't like. I think like it's something that's there, but I think also my thing is I think she's a bit miscast, if I'm being completely honest, especially going third time around. I just don't feel it from this character. Taylor Kitsch, I think, is also a bit of a misstep, although that character's also just really bad. Like, there's nothing, I mean,
Who's that? The cop?
Yeah, the patrolman.
Like, fucking Julian 2.0. Like, thank God, that's exactly what we need. A gay man who like is trying so desperately not to be gay. Loved it. I loved it so much from The Shield. I'm glad True Detective is bringing it on. And
yeah, thanks for bringing that up, because I could not care less about him as a character.
I mean, I feel like the show would be better if you don't even have that character in it. If it's just Colin Farrell and Rachel McAdams.
I don't think he's needed, because they throw two characters at us, Rachel McAdams and him, and you don't give a ton of backstory on either, really, and then expect us to care about both.
I mean,
I just don't care.
I'll go a step further because I mean I did want to address like the Vince Vaughn of it all, which I like Vince Vaughn in this season. If I'm being completely honest, I like his performance. I kind of buy the character. I think it the build I think is good.
Mhm.
The problem is his story doesn't fit inside this story. Like
Yeah.
nothing of what he does, and this is true I think for these first 3 episodes, and honestly kind of the whole season. His entire story is completely meaningless to the grand scheme of things. We don't learn anything new. He's like we don't get any interesting insight with him. Like he is just as much in the dark as the other 3 detectives. So like it would be more interesting. Like I feel like if he knew more stuff,
Mhm.
if he kind of like had like something to kind of bring us into the whole thing, but like he never really knew what Casper was up to. So like he's just kind of going around doing gangster shit, and I'm like this feels like it's just taken away from all the detective and the mystery stuff. I don't understand why you're here. I
Yeah.
like that you're here and I like the character, but like there's no reason for you to be doing any of this.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tale as old as time, right? A corrupt cop or in with the mob that doesn't fucking matter at all. Like the guy
Hmm.
that's on the
The
inside that
gangster that's
should
trying to go
know
straight.
the guy that should know stuff but doesn't know anything, and the cop
Mm.
that's supposed to give him information but he doesn't know anything. So it's two guys that are supposed to be corrupt holding up their hands and they're like, I don't know, you got anything? I ain't got anything. Let's move on. And that's for 3 straight episodes.
Um,
And Matt, you kind of hit the nail on the head too, which I would say third rewatch I think is really helping this. It is so fucking hard to like understand what the fuck is going on like in any given moment. Like they're
because
like
there's like
we
each of them have like 3 bosses that they have to report to, and all the bosses are telling them to do different things.
well, I just know we're trying to find this Casper
Yeah.
guy. And
Yeah.
the whole time I'm like, who is Casper?
And
Who
why the
is
fuck should we care?
yeah, like,
He messed up Vince Vaughn's business deal.
And then he just shows up on a park bench?
Yeah, somebody put him there. Yeah.
Huh? And it just so
Crow did
happened to
it.
be the park bench that the cop
Yeah,
that's
he's just
wanting
having
to
an angry
die.
drive through the highway.
well, like it was either do that or stay with his girlfriend from Hitman and have sex with her. So you know,
Oh yeah.
obviously you know what you're gonna
He
do.
might
That
have already used up his Viagra earlier in the episode, so oh yeah.
Like, just like the cop that's threatening his life, driving really fast, and almost wrecks, and then turns into the one spot where Casper is sitting. Huh? Like,
It's a quinky dink.
they're not winking. That's a one in a billion shot. Just like, and then not to mention Colin Farrell, we get to introduce this character where he just beats the shit out of a dad, like a dad,
Oh
or
yeah,
his son,
that's definitely the best part
because
of the
I mean
season.
that's just a great scene though.
Yeah.
like, who did it? I don't know. You're gonna tell me you're blah blah. It's like all of a sudden goes to his dad and says, hey, is this kid? Puts brass knuckles on. Is like, you're 12. You're mean. You're mean. Like,
Yeah,
come back.
Cassandra, how do you feel? You open your door and Colin Farrell's there with
Who
some brass
tells a
knuckles to beat your
12-year-old?
ass.
Who tells a 12-year-old that you're gonna, if you do one more mean thing, I'm gonna butt fuck your
Fuck your dad with your mom's headless corpse on the lawn.
And then, like,
And there's no consequences to that for him.
the
Like, it's
very,
not like the kid was doing anything illegal. That dad should have called the cops.
that is why, like, they talk about this.
And this is probably before we got the Ring cameras. So
They
unfortunately,
talk about his son, and they say, like, "Oh, did you get a paternity?" No, that is my kid. Like, no issue
Mhm.
about it. And then
Yeah,
that gets thrown into space
Really?
the very next episode.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, I'm so glad you brought that up to us. And now we have the mom has fucking ammo to throw at the guy. I was just like, whatever. That's you got anything else from that? Like, we can go break, but the guy denies a blowjob because he doesn't like females, and like gets accused of it anyways.
Yeah, she said he did it.
I mean, like,
Buddy, without saying it, is like, it ain't me. Oh, a bunch of different guys.
I know the other cops are like, oh yeah, sure, yeah, you turned it down, all right.
I mean, we could talk about it at a moment, but the first episode really is just exposition dump of the episode. It's like, hey, meet these new people, and they were looking for this guy, and here he is, and that's the end of the first episode.
Yeah. I mean, it's not fair to compare to the first season, but
got him for you right here.
All right, roll credits.
We're good. Come in for 2 days. He's the top suspect. He's gonna be on a park bench for you by the end. Don't worry. Because God forbid we don't find Casper in the first episode. God forbid what would we do in the second episode.
All these cops get together.
We get to know all these characters, and guess what? We find Casper. Now we can bring them together. If we didn't, they'd still be apart.
It's the Magnolia of True Detective. Oh God. Yeah. So episode 2, Night Finds You. As Ray and Annie delve further into Casper's gruesome murder, truths unfold and more mysteries arise. Frank becomes more concerned about his business and missing money, so persuades Ray to follow up on something. However, this leads him into a situation with an unexpected outcome.
I love anything that leads more to a dream sequence. Fucking kill me. Yeah, take it through. I'll be right back.
Yeah, so first I want to say I gave the first episode a pass, but the new intro song / opening thing is horrible this season.
It's the worst.
Just not good. Here's hoping it gets better when season 3 comes around, because I'm skipping it this season.
I honestly, like, the best one is the first one.
Yeah.
I don't think I feel like the second one is 100% the worst. I think it's without it. Like, I don't think like 3 and 4 like aren't like all timers, but I think they're still solid. I think 3 is solid. I think 4 is solid. But that's
it's not like The Wire where they're all different shades of good. There's no like real bad one.
Like, I mean, like this one just makes me angry every time I see it. It just like it's out. I think, whenever I first saw it, it's how I knew just something was off. Something is off here.
This episode actually is kind of almost bookended by things I actually liked, because I did like when Vince Vaughn is telling the story of when he was a child and his dad used to lock him in the basement so he could go off and drink. And one night how he got arrested and he ended up being locked in the basement for like 2 or 3 days and had to fight off rats and stuff when he ran out of food and the light bulb burnt out. I thought that was really interesting. And might have been the best acting that Vince Vaughn did so far in these first 3 episodes. But then
I gotta be honest, like, I'm here just struggling to think of stuff, because I know, like,
the very ending is like the only other good thing about this episode, I think.
Well, thank fucking Christ that you are the one struggling and this is your third time, sir. Because I'm sitting here for one time and I thought I had to rewatch the first episode to understand what the fuck I missed in this. Listen, Vince Vaughn and them meet by the water. Basically a tit for tat, like, well, I can't tell you anything without you telling me something. Well, they never tell each other anything, so that's really cool. What is it? Colin Farrell gets shot?
That's a good part. Yeah. He gets the tip, he goes to the house, a creepy sex dungeon house, and the crow guy's there and just shotguns him. And the first time I watched the show, I was like, oh shit, they killed off Colin Farrell in the second episode.
You guys had to wait a week, didn't you?
Yeah.
To find out if he's alive or not?
Yeah.
Because they don't reveal that to the next episode, right?
Yeah. Pretty much real quick in the next episode. But
Well,
you
because you know why? The first episode came back and they're like, "Oh, we're not doing so well. Let's fucking shoot this bastard. We'll get at least everybody in back for episode 3."
Yeah, because he takes 2 shotgun blasts. I mean, later you find out it's like little like plastic pellets or something. But
Rubber bullets, yeah, basically.
yeah. I at least thought he was dead at the end of the second episode. I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting idea. But
but he ends up doing something that he's not supposed to. He doesn't
he's
act with the team.
Yeah.
He doesn't act with the team. He acts by himself.
She's in charge of the team, and he's kind of just going off, doing his own thing.
And this is also the girl. This is the same episode where his wife like tells him that she needs the son needs private visitations with him.
Yeah, she wants to get sole custody eventually. Yeah.
And then she looks at him and goes, "I'll get a paternity test." I'm like, "Oh, I remember that from episode 1. Thank you so much. We needed to know that this could not be your child."
Well, because the child was born like 9 months after she was raped,
and also it looks nothing like Colin Farrell.
Well, we don't know what Colin Farrell looked like as a child.
I'm gonna let you know a secret, Matt. He did not look like that child. Okay? That's true. People that look like Colin Farrell don't just get chiseled one day. They've come out a little chiseled before.
They also don't look like a young Rupert Grint.
I mean, didn't the kid look like the fat kid from Bad Santa? Isn't that what anybody else got? I got that the whole time.
Yeah.
Just with straight hair. I was like, that's a fat kid from but yeah.
What else is this episode? This episode does have like the. Now I don't remember the rest of the season, so I don't know if it leads anywhere. But like the super creepy part where like Paul goes and visits his mom in the trailer, and you're like, oh, what is their relationship? Because it was.
I know
waiting for Chris Hansen to come around the corner.
They
that
end up
woman
going
would be
back
on
to
Catch a Predator.
So I don't know where that goes, but yeah, that definitely threw me off a little bit.
The guy's fucked up. Like
he's fucked up.
Stands to believe he's gonna have a fucked up childhood
right there, but thankfully they just hung out for a little bit. Yeah, honestly, that's really all I get.
There's that thing where we find out Vince Vaughn basically lost all his money because Casper didn't actually
pretty much screwed him.
Yeah, he didn't put his name on any of the land deals. Now he realizes there's going to be more to get in, even though he has no money.
So what would have happened to Casper if he didn't get killed? That would have been good.
The one thing that is kind of interesting, even though it is a bit hard to follow, is that even though they're trying to solve this case, everybody's kind of trying to run their own game. Like the highway's trying to run their own game. Like the city, the state police is also trying to kind of catch these Vinci cops because they think they're all corrupt. They got Vince Vaughn in there, trying to get as much information in him. And in the middle of this episode, doesn't Rachel McAdams just straight up ask Colin Farrell, hey, are you corrupted?
Yeah, they have a nice little talk.
Let's have this conversation right now. You fucking doing some shady ass shit? You have to tell me if I'm doing shady shit.
I don't think that's how that works, but sure.
Yeah, exactly. That's what she portrayed.
Oh yeah, this also happened, which I actually kind of like this moment too. Is when it was after Colin Farrell meets with his wife, and he goes over to Vince Vaughn. He's like, "Hey, there's a good chance I'm probably going to lose my kid, so I don't think I want to do this with you anymore." And then Vince Vaughn's like, "Yeah, that's not an option. I need you to be my man on the inside, and don't bring this up again."
Oh gosh.
I mean, I can't. We didn't go back to fucking Robert Morsi and being weird cult leader dad. I don't think.
I mean, we do find out. I think the autopsy, we find out Casper, his eyes were melted with acid, and then he took a shotgun blast to the crotch. So probably not the best death, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
he didn't have a fun time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we also found out Casper likes prostitutes. Like, okay, like
Yeah,
good
I
to
mean,
know. All
he's
right.
rich in California. We could have assumed, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
like, yeah, there's not a lot, and like I said, it's a story that's hard to fucking follow. Like,
I'm sure it'll get
we're
easier.
I'm so glad you said that shit, because if not, I would have probably snapped.
If Mark would have come in and been like, "Oh, guys, this is almost
You
as good as
didn't
the
get
first
this?
season."
I mean,
what didn't you get? It's this,
I
this,
did.
this.
I did want to point out, like, I mean, thing I thought was kind of hilarious that I would not have guessed, like, is in the at least because last season it was pretty much just all Kerry Joji Fukunaga, like he directed the whole thing. Here they had, they had a mix of directors here, and apparently the guy who did the first two episodes, Justin Lin,
Oh yeah, yeah.
acclaimed director Justin Lin came to the
You
first
know
two
what? That
episodes.
checks.
Not a lot of car chases. Kind of disappointing.
Yeah, it might have been better.
All right, so I think that'll take us to episode 3. Maybe tomorrow. Finally, we get short ones now. Paul works with the prostitute angle, and Frank receives the first casualty in a secret war.
Fuck yeah.
We find out Colin Farrell survived. We find that out like right away. So to those who were worried,
Like, he was shot point blank with those pellets. I thought like maybe one of them.
I think he said it like broke like a couple ribs or something like that, or cracked a couple ribs.
He pissed himself too.
Yeah, that makes sense too.
Yeah, he pissed his pants. I want that on record.
He does have the great quote though when he's talking to Vince Vaughn about it, and he sees that he's like drinking milk or something like that, and Colin Farrell's like, "Booze tends to take the edge off. I want to stay angry." That was definitely, I love that line.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean,
Fred Ward shows up as his dad. That's kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah, that was fun. Something about like Vince Vaughn and the lady from Yellowstone want to have a kid. I mean,
oh yeah,
whatever. I mean,
yeah, he doesn't want to jerk off into a cup. Poor guy.
Something about they go to the mayor's son to ask about Casper, and like he gets all pissed, and like the mayor gets all pissed.
I think my favorite scene from this episode, or like the only scene that I actually liked in this, was when Paul is going and hanging out with his friend from, I guess, military or some sort of background.
Yeah,
they're
friend. Yeah,
they're hanging out at the game. He's like, "I miss you."
He's definitely not a person that he's deeply in love with. No shot of that.
Yeah, so I kind of felt bad for him on that one, but yeah, so he's getting little moments because he's not really being a big part of the investigation. He's like talking to prostitutes and feeding them some information, but other than that, he's not really.
This is the episode where like he gets like he talks to the one prostitute on the street who helps get him into that club, and then we just see him just pounding drinks, like trying to fight the urge to like join all these other male prostitutes in the club.
Yeah. And we get tough guy Vince Vaughn at the end of this episode, where he.
I like that.
Yeah,
that was neat.
When one of the guys is like, "Why are we listening to you anymore? You're not even part of this stuff anymore." So Vince Vaughn just gets to like beat the shit out of him and like rip his teeth out.
Yeah, didn't the letters read "fuck you" on that?
Yeah, on his grill that he had on his teeth. Yeah, which I don't understand. He takes the teeth, he takes them all the way home, looks at him, and just throws them in the trash can. Like, that's not a good place to throw evidence. Unless you're going to keep it as a souvenir or something, just like throw it out somewhere else.
Like, I think like at least the main stuff that I think is like pertinent to the case is like they, at least in that club, I think Taylor Kitsch, he finds like a prostitute that Casper was like with a lot. they end up going like to the movie studio where that's probably where they got the car in which they actually kidnap Casper, and then they go find the car, and they end up chasing like the guy, at least maybe somebody who's connected with the murder. So
After he like lights the car on fire or something like that.
yeah.
And one of Vince Vaughn's like number 2s gets killed or something like that in this episode, which is connected somehow. Yeah.
Like then what else? Like
I'm just like,
what did you like about this episode, Cody?
I didn't like it a lot. Like, I believe it was just a fever dream that happened. I'm not really sure I watched the episode at all. Who's going to say something? What about the theme song of this?
Oh yeah, we talked about it a little bit. It's garbage.
Yeah, it's terrible. Like
now this is your Cody. This is your kid's terrible. I loved it. It's better than the first season.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck you both. I don't know if it's better than the first one, but God, I didn't hate it that good. It's fine to me.
I mean, listen, you can put an argument together why this one is good. Like I'll sit here. I do want to like point out at least something. It's just kind of more of like on character thing that I think is a larger issue. I think with this one because of like everything in this show is lesser. I think we are kind of forced to kind of lean more on the characters, and I think there is something that I think they realized was a problem. They honestly fixed it in season 3. Because when we look back at like season 1, we had Russ Cole, and Russ Cole was definitely the guy. Matthew McConaughey. We looked at him as like kind of the main character that who definitely peaked and everybody was talking about. Woody Harrelson, also a great performance in there. But I think what kind of helps out that first season, and kind of the reason why we're able to like get through it, is because we know that Russ Cole is a crazy bastard. And we know that because Marty Hart is there the entire time saying, Russ Cole is a crazy bastard, and I can't believe I have to listen to every goddamn thing that comes out of his mouth.
No.
He is the relatable thing that kind of brings everything together and kind of makes it feel like more real and kind of is able to kind of help the show breathe.
Well,
so like Vince Vaughn should just be like telling Colin Farrell, dude, your life is fucked up, man. You need to like fix something. And then someone should tell the other guy, hey, you're gay, right?
I think the problem is like Vince Vaughn, Taylor Kitsch, Rachel McAdams.
It's 4 main characters they're trying to do it. Yeah,
we have 4 Russ Coles and not 1 Marty Hart. Like every one of these guys is totally fucked up, and like none of them we have no grounder here to kind of like to keep us on the floor here.
Yeah.
No, I don't disagree with you, but just to the obvious point of somebody that just watched the first season for the first time, overall, the first season, not a lot of shit happens.
Mm-hmm. And you have the future detectives kind of telling you stuff too, so it's easier to understand what's going on because they're pretty much walking you through it all.
But the time you spend with the new detectives, like the new people, like these people, one, the crazier shit is supposedly happening, but there's no really rhyme or reason why the crazy shit is happening. Everything seems like out of like place. There was episodes that they just drove around and just talked and said stupid shit in the last one. And I even said, I think of this for I didn't need bells and whistles. I just needed them talking. The problem is they're all lacking chemistry as a source right now, and none are drawing me into their characters that makes me care more than what they're giving me. Like Colin Farrell, right, is the most interesting one because they've given me him the most. But I wouldn't say he's by far like interesting. I just say he's got the most interesting timeline that we're in. So
because I agree with you. There's anything we've never seen before. Like Russ,
right?
we never saw a character like Rust before in a show like this, so that was something
because
different.
even if Russ had problems, but the whole time is Russ probably doing some fucking shady shit? Is Russ too deep? Because they're interviewing him in 2012, and we see a younger version, and let me tell you, his 2012 looks like he's seen some fucking shit. So there's something that's happened. I've not seen Colin Farrell at this point where I'm like, okay, I'm kind of getting why this is happening. I don't get it. I just don't get it. And I don't get the Vince Vaughn connect. What they're trying to do, they're trying to lay down puzzle pieces to say, don't you get it? It's right here. The problem is, I don't fucking like the puzzle. I don't like the puzzle. I get what you're trying for. You're not doing it successfully. I've seen Mob and Cop before. You're doing that storyline poor. A girl cop that doesn't get respect and gets ran over all the time. I've seen that before. You're just not doing it well. A renegade cop that's fighting the system while fighting internal problems. I've seen it. You're not doing it well. And then you're trying to mash all this stuff to a mystery that we don't even fucking know where we're even going with the mystery.
There's corruption. Like, I know that.
Like, that's like me turning on a Batman movie and knowing that there's crime afoot. Shocker. I need to
Something
care
about land
the
deals
crime.
too. Like there's also that land deals and corruption.
Yeah, and I need the Cape Crusader to stop crime. I need him to stop and come in and fight crime. He's at the bar drinking. Why is he at the bar? Can we do? This is like the Penguin not doing fucked up shit. He claims to be the fucking Penguin. He claims to be the mobster. Doesn't do mobster fucking shit because he doesn't know anything.
Oh god.
We just gave a solo movie to the third thug in the Joker's gang. Like, why does he get a spinoff? I don't know why we're in with it. And he doesn't make me care. Oh, okay.
Maybe it'll get better.
I will say this. The fourth episode, I think, is the best one of the season.
Okay.
But, we do have 4 more episodes.
Maybe we should watch the second season first, then watch the first season.
Holy shit. By the way, if you want to watch True Detective, save season 1 and fucking in. It won't change damn thing.
I mean,
Let me tell you.
You should start with 2. I'm just going to say this. Don't start with 2.
No. Go 3, 2, 4, 1.
Okay. That might be better. Like,
what the fuck does it matter? It doesn't.
Do you want to eat your dessert before dinner?
You know
or
what?
After dinner?
You know what? Here's a really good point. There's no connective tissue.
Just watch season 1.
Just don't watch season 2. Oh, people think The Wire season 2 is bad. Buddy, let me tell you how you fuck up a show. Let me tell you. We're 3 episodes in, and Mark can't even defend this shit.
Hey, Wire season 2 does get better on repeated viewings. I can attest to that.
Oh, it does. Well, the first time I didn't even hate it, so I'll agree.
Yeah.
All right.
So
let's talk about some jerk-offs.
Episode 4, season 2, Safe Room. Roman begins a 6-week management training program in the Parks Division. Logan and Kendall arrange a covert meeting with a PGM CEO as controversy surrounding a star anchor leads to a day of chaos at ATN headquarters. Some fun stuff in this episode.
Yeah, fucking Greg and Tom on their full display, being stuck in a safe room together, and like, I don't think this is a safe room. I think you took us to the wrong room. There's this very small man that can get through this window and attack us. Is that door sealed? Can they throw gas underneath? Or they just like back and forth? And then he just starts chucking bottles at fucking Greg.
Yeah, Greg tries to break up with him a little bit. Doesn't go well. They kind of make up a little bit though when he starts blackmailing
security?
him about the files.
When Greg's like yelling, security, he's like, get the fuck out of the way. Oh yeah, but we can break down the whole episode. I'm sorry, that was just.
I did learn one thing this episode real quick. That reading Mein Kampf, I think more than once, bad. Like you shouldn't do it.
But it's okay to name your dog Hitler as long as the spelling is different.
No, so yeah, not true. The spelling.
Yeah, that was probably one of the best scenes of the episode. Just seeing Tom's reaction to that stuff. Were there some Easter eggs you missed the first time you read through it?
Yeah, but Logan's like trying to prepare, like getting the Pierces, right?
Yeah, the Pierces. Yeah, their company.
This is the first time. Is this the first time we see Holly Hunter?
Yes,
right?
yes, this is the first time she shows up. Yeah.
What a fucking gem. Holly Hunter just adds so much to everything she's really in. Like that voice alone, just so good. And her and Brian Cox together, sign me up. How they haven't played like a married couple like in the like aging years. Give it to me. But yeah, she's like the negotiator, basically. We can say
like the CEO
kind of working both sides of the coin.
A little bit,
trying to help out her own self interest.
Mm-hmm.
Which who isn't in this world?
Yeah. We also have, like I said, Roman is in the management training course, so he's working over at one of the theme parks. We have an awesome moment where he's dressed up as one of the costumed characters, trying to take a picture with a couple while swearing the whole time and stuff, which is great. What else is this episode? Yeah, go ahead.
I like that he just keeps lying about his name to like that one guy. Is like, oh yeah, like you're Will Smith, like right.
When he was in the video that they all watched at the beginning of it,
but
he got upset to cut his line.
Like Kendall had like a whole paragraph, then you go to him, just like looking at the camera.
Roman Roy. Oh, poor kid. Connor is because they do. There's a gunshot in the office, so everyone kind of gets locked down in the building, so they can't go to Mo's funeral. So Connor and his girlfriend get kind of sent there as the ambassadors, and we find out that the deceased name wasn't Mo; it was actually Lester. He got the nickname Mo, which when you put those together,
that was funny. Like he remembers. Oh yeah, that's right. His name isn't actually Mo.
Sorry, I had to put my child to sleep.
All right.
Not in the same sense of like a dog. I just want that clip.
But yeah, this was also kind of Shiv's first day at the office, which didn't go as well as she hoped it would from the beginning. And she almost got to the point where she was just going to go home. But that's when kind of the shooting thing happened and everyone kind of gets scrambled to the different safe rooms.
Yeah, basically Logan has picked her, but is not happy he picked her. Like, or he's just not ready to give up any power of any sorts.
Yeah.
You can just tell.
Yeah.
I mean, he's at that moment. I think what's also neat is he's seeing some glimpses in Kendall a little bit too, because like it is weird that even though like Kendall like is a bit of a fuck up, like he still wants Kendall to be the guy like more than anybody. Like that's what he wants.
Well, I mean, right now Kendall is like his perfect little puppet. Well, they'll do everything he says. It's like his little attack dog, so he has complete control over Kendall. So I don't know how much of that is put into it. I mean, I don't really know if he wants anyone to. He just wants to die doing it, and they can figure it out afterwards. We do have probably one of the best phone sex scenes ever put on film with Roman and his girlfriend, which doesn't end up going very well. But then he ends up calling Jerry to kind of talk to her about his day.
Because it was before when he tries to sleep with her?
No, that's in the next episode, I think. Yeah. Yeah, this one.
Because I thought he didn't get any. Oh, wait.
He's at the park. He's doing the management training class, so they're doing the phone sex because they're apart.
Oh, I thought he didn't get it from her, so then he had to like end up
No, yeah, that's
using
the
her
next
to do it.
episode. Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
This is the first time that Jerry and him they have the conversation on the phone, and as she says something, he starts getting
Why don't you just
maybe a
go in
little
your room and
excited.
why don't you just go in your room and just masturbate, blah blah blah? I'm like, what if I'm doing it right now? Oh, you nasty little man! And then just like, oh, you
we
really are doing it, Roman. Like I'm just like, oh God, no, no.
You know, Jerry was game though.
Yeah,
Weirdly enough,
Jerry
like I
went
was just
along
like,
with
what?
it. I mean, Roman is kind of maybe technically a little bit her boss, so I mean, want to keep him happy.
She was definitely game to play that power dynamic. Even though I was not happy with it at all.
I mean, I'll say that I think it's the most interesting thing they've done with Roman. Like,
Yeah.
like we are gonna get like some crazy backstory to like why about his sexuality. Like, we're gonna get there at some point.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I'm very curious to find out what it is.
Yeah, as we know, he doesn't like to have sex with like his girlfriends or anything like that.
Well, yeah, clearly in the next episode, he definitely doesn't.
Weirdly enough, I feel like this. I don't know if like humanizes is the right word, but like it's the first time like I've been intrigued by Roman's character, like where I just don't automatically hate his face like whenever he shows up.
Mark's like, I get it. Talking to Jerry on the phone, it makes sense. I'm there with you. What else is this episode? The other bit of the episode I really liked is we see kind of like little sad boy Kendall keeps going up to the roof and just kind of looking over the edge and stuff. And then I guess by the end of the episode, somebody put up some safety walls up there all around the roof. Logan making sure his baby boy is okay.
Well, I mean, I don't even think that's just for him. Like, he was like, well, we had a guy shoot himself. I guess we better keep people from jumping off the roof.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the main crux of this episode.
Yeah,
and then
pretty much.
I mean, they came to a sort of deal, like at the end that I guess like Shiv helped out at. I don't know, like anybody really do an assist off of that, or is that just Logan?
They got it to the point where they're in the room.
Yeah,
like
they're going to be able to go.
Met the deal enough where now they're going to meet him next episode.
And Shiv does have that nice conversation with Kendall where she's trying to figure out what the hell is going on with Kendall, what his deal is. And all he just wants is just a hug. So they have a nice little hug, I guess. And she's weirded the fuck out by that.
I mean, it's like, oh shit, like he's
there's something wrong with this guy.
They're like I thought like he had something on Dad. Like no, like there's something wrong here.
All right. Episode
now let's
5.
talk about a great episode.
Turnhaven. Shiv, Roman, and Connor veer from their roles at a weekend retreat to woo the Pierces.
I love just like the art of the deal, like the hunt for the whole thing, where two conflicting forces come together to meet on a deal. And there's two parties of this deal, and there's so many fucking wild cards in one room that everything they say could like lead to something just terrible. That shit that I just absolutely love.
Oh yeah.
And they do it so well. They just do it absolutely so well.
Because like the Pierce family is almost like a twisted mirror reflection of the Roys, with all the stuff that they got going on and all the weird characters that they got in their family.
Yeah, they definitely they're kind of like the angelic side of the Roys. Like the complete opposites that run the different things. So like when they all like have to meet and go through stuff, Logan can't put enough hands out there to stop all the shit that could go terribly wrong. Because all three of them currently as they sit are still dealing with the struggles of who's the next person, like who they all think the successor is. And like you got that whole deal, and like that's what just makes it so fascinating.
And really, anytime you have any of those kids plus Connor talking to anyone, who knows what the hell they're going to say and how the other people might react to that.
like fucking Roman sits there and says like, oh, do you read any good fiction? Oh yeah, like the Electric Circus. Like I read the Electric
And
Circus.
he,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
not only
yeah.
doubles
Yeah,
down, he triples down
Well,
on
then
that
Shiv
made-up
is
book.
like, who wrote that? Who wrote that? I was like, oh, well, it's this person, and yeah, it's about this. I'm googling right now. I see nothing on there. Like, was it the Electric Circus? I'm not really sure. And like, then you got fucking Connor at the end, just doing like the whole politics thing, like telling him he could sniv right up his ass. Like, oh, great, like good politics thing. So they're like battling on that side of it. While the heads of the table are just like fucking merging together, and they're trying to work out like an overall deal. It's like the main crux of it is like they end up having to come to an agreement on the deal. And they put their like line in. Shiv announces at the table.
Yeah, as they keep asking, like, well, who's going to be their successor? And Logan's like, oh. And she's like, it's going to be me, Dad. Just tell him it's going to be me. And he doesn't like that.
He's like, that's an option. That's an option.
You're definitely one of four, I would say.
And then they sit him in a room.
Like that.
And like, the only way we're going to do this deal is if you, for this price, and you name Shiv your successor. Like, you name a successor. And no, you name a successor, and we want it to be Shiv. Like,
yeah.
Like, that's what we need. And
Which
like,
Shiv thinks is a great deal.
deal. And Logan Roy does, yeah, no. And to quote my favorite thing of Shakespeare, take the fucking money. Like, just like gets up and walks out. Like, you should have taken the fucking money. They get into the helicopter, and like Shiv and him, what happened there? Like, what's wrong? Like, shut up, and like he ends up punching the window, and like there's just so much tension. And then he gets off the helicopter and he gets a phone call from them that they take the deal without that or whatever. It's like, you're fucking right, you do. Money always wins. And then he celebrates with the family, but they're still in the same like situation that they just were in.
Yeah,
which I think
and
is
now all the
great.
kids are even more mad at him because he won.
I mean, the basic thing is, here's the problem. He would have named Shiv. There's no issue with him naming Shiv as the successor if he got to announce it under his terms. The fact is, Logan Roy does not like being told what to fucking do. And you told him what to fucking do. And the same people, the deal is, you told him what the fucking thing is. He's like, nope, take the fucking money. Like, that's what you need to do. Don't worry about who's fucking next. Just take the money. So basically just puts him in that box. So it's just like an automatic, like awesome moment. But yeah, that dinner scene where they're all just back and forth is so good. Like, oh, such a good episode for me. And they don't want Tom to be ahead of TV, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
we
they
do not
warn Tom he's got to take a beat in this at this meeting.
We do not want to trust that man to be the head of the deal. He's like, that won't be a problem. You look over at Shiv and like, okay, like, yeah. Is this also where they're battling where to name the thing, or is that next episode?
Yeah, it's the next episode. Yeah.
Oh, that's so Tom and Greg, fucking comedic duo of all time. All time.
No, also this episode, we do get to see some Roman sex where we find he likes to have morgue sex, where he just wants his girlfriend to just lay there silently. Yeah. she's not too keen on that after a couple of minutes either.
I mean, hey, man, everybody's got their thing, you know.
Like
I'm not sold Roman has ever tried that, honestly. Like, I feel like this was the first time, like, getting, like, you know, working this one out.
Yeah, he's trying to find something that works for him, which leads him to knocking on Jerry's door. to have a late night meeting about his position with the company and how everything went that day. And it ends with her telling him to go inside the bathroom as she continues to kind of berate him and stuff how he likes.
Oh
You know,
yeah,
I
again,
mean,
like oh,
I hope they make it. To be honest with you, like,
you think they're gonna fuck by the end?
I think they can go the distance. Like, let's see let's see where this goes. Like,
Like we know Roman can't run the
Roman and
company by
Jerry.
himself, but if you have Roman and Jerry together as a power
Are we on the
couple,
next episode or are we still on this episode?
Oh, we're still in this episode.
Just making sure.
Oh yeah, and then
Um,
I don't know if this comes back, but Kendall gets together with that other
yeah,
hero.
the one daughter, yeah, and they kind of seem to hit it off pretty well because she's also like the black sheep who's had like addiction issues and stuff, and so she gives him drugs. So his sobriety lasted maybe 2 weeks, if that.
Yeah.
Ooh. I think that's yeah, I think that covers it.
And then they get back and everybody's happy. No, Logan is the only ones. Logan and Greg, because Greg, wasn't at the.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He does start.
Everything
He's
went
like
good.
toast the family. He's like Gregory.
And he doesn't
Yeah, I
even
wanted to
call him
go
like
by
the right name at first.
Oh, I'd actually be called Gregory. Oh, the
Yeah.
Gregory. I'm like, yeah,
Oh.
that works. Yeah, it's so funny.
So, episode 6, Augustus. Logan's deal with the Pierces is threatened. Kendall, Shiv, and Roman differ on damage control strategies. So this is the episode where the cruise shit hits the fan.
Sorta. Like,
Which,
Yeah.
I mean, at least from like hearing what we heard about this, feels like this could have been a lot worse. Like, I don't think we get. Although, if from what we understand, does seem like even though like there's not like a lot of proof in the story, does seem like there was a lot of proof that
it
Greg
sounds like
probably
what they
got rid of.
know about that could have been in there that wasn't there. It could have been a lot worse. So that's kind of they're trying to get the deal with the Pierces locked down before that hits the news, and they're kind of a little slow on that, so it ends up going and hitting the websites and everything. So that kind of messes up their deal a little bit at first, it seems. So they gotta keep working at that to try to secure that deal.
Yeah, they're not sold, but they have to go to like this banquet or whatever, this deal, right? And all the shit's hitting the fan, why they have to literally come up with it. So they're like trying to work around it, and like they're all like separated on how they should handle this whole situation. Shiv's like, I mean, just attack it head on. Like, well, she leaves, right? Like, she's not even there because she's like, fuck this. Like, I'm not staying for this shit. And then Kendall's like, we should
Condemn and move on or something like that.
move on, blah, blah. And like, they're all having this back and forth, and then they're dealing with an entire like girl company. Like, basically, they're not going to just like lay over to a girl that just says she was sexually assaulted. I do love the thing is like, well, it was in the 90s. Yeah, so times have changed. Hardly any of them there anymore. You know, we can just move. Like, Jesus. Oh, we're not acting like this for the last 4 years. We're acting like this for the last 20 years. Like,
It was a while ago.
what are we bitching about? You know? Which I thought, Jesus Christ. Oh, and this is like isn't this also the point where she like they go down for breakfast and Kendall or Roman's like, oh yeah, she said obscenities through a door at me or whatever. And,
yeah. He
and she's
says
like
exactly what happens. Like,
and she's like, that would be horrifying if that was even true. I'm like, it's true. You dirty old dog. It was you.
That's why if you're gonna mess with someone, I wouldn't want to mess with Roman because you never know what he's gonna say. Of course, people don't believe half the stuff he says anyway, so I guess it makes it okay.
Shiv's also not there. Fucking bad guy of the week again. She is always up for contention. Tom is just chatting with a girl and like
Oh.
sits in and thing
Oh
and
yeah,
like
cockboxing, that's right.
Shiv cockblocks and
She
goes,
gets
who's
so
her?
mad at him for just talking to this girl.
And then he's like, well, even if I did, it'd be in our arrangement. Well, I know her. Well, that's the rule. Like, what? What are you doing?
I mean, like,
And,
well, who cares? Like, whatever. Like,
and then she's like, and then later she's like, I wanted to slap her across the face. And he's like, well, you should have. Like, you should have done that. No problem whatsoever. Like, what the fuck are you doing, Shiv? Like, she's literally red pill. Like, she can fuck whoever she wants, but don't you dare fuck a thing.
That welcome to Tom's world.
The poor fucking Tom.
This is all the episode where Tom's got to give a presentation about ATN, and they have the slogan, "We're listening," which Greg tells them he talked to like the lawyers, and we actually kind of are listening. So
Well, in a legal sense, we are, but they're not there. He's like, would this work? We greenlit it. Like, we tested it. It worked. And now you're bringing this to me?
So then they kind of workshop, we hear you. And it's like, isn't that kind of the same thing? Yeah, but it's less creepy, I guess.
or what if we just say we're here for you, but we haven't spelled here?
That sounds really stupid. Like, no, like, we're here for you.
Well, like that helps that like it's super vague. Like nobody knows what we mean.
Yeah, Tom and Greg are awesome.
Logan also goes to his wife and was like, hey, there's going to be some shit that comes out. I'm going to need you by my side. And she's like, I will always, whoever I'm with, I'm by their side forever. So
Yeah, she's in, yeah.
we'll see. She could double cross at any point. I don't trust her either.
Yeah. There is a nice moment where Kendall does try to kind of like warn Stewie that, hey, we're about to make this purchase, so you might want to kind of back off of your thing. And Stewie kind of blows him off. But I thought that was nice that Kendall actually tried to give him a little warning on that. And then we pretty much got like the big, they do the big conference media thing where they have Shiv and Roman and Kendall all up there and they're talking to him.
Well, because Shiv sits with Holly Hunter's character. Is that what you were just talking about?
Yeah, the Tom's presentation, and she kind of like hints at that maybe like it might be good for you to be on there for Nan to see you or whatever. She's still on board with you being like CEO and stuff. So that's when Shiv decides that, oh yeah, okay, I'll be there. I'll sit there with my brothers and give the talk, even though I have like nothing to do with the company technically at this point.
Yeah, and then they do the whole panel. Shiv and Kendall just battle, and it doesn't go well at all.
Oh yeah,
basically on stage. It's like, yeah, well, I don't want to really condemn and just move on. Like, you got to really face the facts and go, that may be the old dinosaurs way or whatever he said. And then they get off the thing, and his wife literally leans over to him and talking about you. Like, basically just stokes the flames a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then he walks in the back and is like, oh, Dad's not happy. He was like, yeah, you fucking ruined that Shiv and everything. And then Roman's like, dinosaur, you're fine. And fucking gets whacked right in the face by Logan.
Oh yeah,
Logan just knocks him in the face.
and Kendall does come to his defense and be like, "Hey, you don't touch him." So that's like the first time he's actually stood up to his
don't
dad
touch
at all
him. But what the
this
fuck's he
season.
gonna do? Logan beat his fucking ass, and then he sits there and says, "I'm fine." Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, it's a little blood. It's not a big deal. It's a tooth. I'll get another tooth. Like, move on. But yeah, that's so. And then there's a comedian that like does the whole thing. It's like, oh, the Roys are here, you know.
Yeah.
They ask me for a blowjob, like, and then we can just set sail with them, like a bunch of things. And she's sitting in the crowd hearing this, and she gets up, storms out. He gets up and storms out, and she's like, "Hey, He's like, let's talk about this." No, we're not talking about this. Like, it's. We'll talk. Well, I'll call you tomorrow or whatever. I'll tell you. And he's like, no, we deserve to have it now. It's like, well, you can figure out which way it's going.
Mm-hmm.
And then Holly Hunter's character,
Hunter, yeah.
She's like, how many times have you met with Logan Roy without me praying presence? Are you trying to consider what your lawyer would tell you to answer right now? What were you doing on the 13th? Where was that conversation? That's it. You might want to lawyer up. Like, tells her she might want to lawyer up, and Logan, the deal is fucking off. Like, it's not happening. I already called my cousins. They gave me final order. And Holly's like, after the one we talked about? Yeah, after the one we talked about. They gave me final power. And then she gets in the car, and Logan's like banging, we're not done here. We're done here. And she drives away. And I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah, because now Logan's back in trouble because this was the only thing that was going to save him from the hostile takeover. So,
yeah. Now we're going to have to see him audible.
Oh, good episode. Solid batch of episodes.
Yeah. Anything else on this episode that we missed?
I think we got everything I had.
I don't think so. That's it.
All right. Now for the hard part.
Bad
I
guy
think
of
I think
week.
it actually is kind of hard this week.
I have
don't
no idea. Who wants to throw somebody out?
I mean, I got two people.
I got
that
one.
maybe.
Okay.
All right, you got two, so let's hear your two.
Let me hear your one and see if we're thinking of maybe possibly one of the same guys.
Logan.
Okay, definitely. All right, I was not even considering Logan.
Okay.
I
Beats the
got-
shit out of Roman.
that's
Goes
one.
behind, throws Shiv under the bus when
Yeah, he
he's
almost
just joining
blows up
them
the
all
deal
around.
just because he won't name Shiv's
Blows up-
successor.
Blows all the deal. Just overall dick. Like, I love him being a dick, but he put his hands on somebody. He could get the vote. Shiv also was close for me.
I mean, he hit his grandson a couple episodes, and Cody was like, "Oh, he deserved it."
Well, that was playing again. The son shouldn't have gotten the dad's thing. That's crazy. That's crazy behavior.
I mean, I got John for burning down that guy's house for just telling fortunes.
That's a little
Well,
mean.
But I don't know what the other guy fucking did yet. I have to.
Cody's reserving judgment at this point.
That guy might.
He's a fireman, Mark. Leave him alone.
Okay, I also
He's there to
have
put it out. What the fuck?
I also have Colin Farrell's character for beating the shit out of that kid's dad, and also sort of putting hands on his son, like trying to get him to tell him like who the bully was.
Definitely emotionally damaged him for life. So between Colin Farrell's character and Logan for this week. Gosh. No, I'm going to go with Logan because this is the first time. This might be the only time we ever get Cody to say that Logan's a bad guy. So
That's very true.
That's true. Okay,
I'm going to jump on that.
All right.
we might have another chance for Ray. Who knows?
So what's our episode breakdown next week?
Next week, I believe we have 3 True Detectives. I think it's True Leftovers. Let me pull it up here.
Only 2.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining. I just want that on the
Yeah,
record.
it's 3 True Detectives, 2 Leftovers, and 4 Successions. We're going to end season 2 with Succession.
Oh, 4?
Yeah,
4,
that's why
3,
it's 2.
2?
Yep. That's why it's 2 Leftovers because we're doing 4 Successions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gonna make season 2 of Leftovers last a little bit, and we're gonna try to go through season 2 of True Detective fast as we can.
Oh, we're going through all the True Detective seasons pretty fast now.
All right. So that means we'll finish True Detective the following week?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hope we don't do a 1-on-1. That would really
no.
that would really suck,
I mean,
man. I really
Yeah,
hope we don't.
Hey, you guys just wanna-
season
you
2
guys-
is 3 weeks, season 3 is 3 weeks, and then season 4 is 2 weeks. So
You guys just want to do all the episodes? No, I'm just kidding. We'll just rip the band-aid off and just get over it. So yeah, we'll be back next week for that. Yeah, so we will see you next time. Bye-bye.
You wonder ever you're a bad man?
World needs bad men. We keep the other bad men from the door.
So, I just wanted to get the gang together early in my tenure to say,
Yup.